Well, welcome everybody to another game of Squirrels baseball. I probably should have done this before I hit record. I was curious when our next off day is. Not until the 12th. Alright, we are back at home. We are hosting Washington after we gave them a pretty good whipping at their place. Back at Panpaca Park. We have a day game. Weekday game, I guess. I mean, I suppose those happen now and then too, but not the norm. Not even at Wrigley anymore. Even when I was in high school, Wrigley still played mostly day games. Alright, Gil is going to go for us today on the mound. Looks like Gil maybe has had a little bit of tough luck here. Only one win to his name. I know he's made more than one start. Anyway, Herman starts off things for the Nationals, and he takes strike one, then grounds to third. Chief grabs it, throws it over for out number one. That'll bring up Felipe Lopez. He grounds back to the pitcher. Gil grabs it, gets it over for out number two. We get a replay on that one. All right, that'll bring Dimitri Young to the plate. That curveball went about 50 feet, I think. Don't even think it made the dirt on the other end. But he gets Young to swing on the next pitch, so 1-1 the count. That curveball in there to get a swing and a miss. I think it would have been a strike anyway. Does not get him to chase that fastball out of the zone. Comes back in, and another ground ball to third. 1, 2, 3 inning, all three ground balls on the left side. Could have very easily been all Chief that inning, but Gil fielded the shorter ground ball. O'Connor is going to start for the Nationals today. Otherwise, looks to be the same lineup we saw last week. Kester digs in to lead things off. He's been in a little bit of a slump lately. His average was 333 just a few games ago. Now he's down to 275, but gets a hit here over second base. Maybe spoke too soon. Herman made a good attempt at that, but it does get through for a hit. Marvin, batting right-handed, looks at strike one. And he's going to get a hit up the middle. He's been quite a bit better as of late. He might even get his average pushed up over 200 here soon. Chief, batting .398 at the moment, looks at strike one, and he's got runners on first and second with nobody out. And he's got a 2-1 count to deal with. Swung too early on that fastball, 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. That'll leave things up to Terry. And he looks at a changeup for strike one. That fastball just a hair inside, I guess. Hits that one. Oh, but Herman is able to scoop it. Tosses to second. Not able to turn it, though. I thought that would be a double play after Herman grabbed it. So two down now. Runners on the corners. Frank at the plate. Frank had an excellent game yesterday against the Brewers. Pops this one up, though. O'Connor's going to field it himself. And that ends the inning. We've played one. No score. As we go to the second inning, Ultimate will lead things off for the Nationals. Looks like Ultimate added a home run in the series between our home and home. Pops this one up. Gil goes over to grab it, and he does. Jock Jones at the plate now. gotta say, I don't really remember Jock Jones having that big of a mustache, but they gave him one here. He has an 0-2 count at the moment. Swings and misses, strike 3. Ryan Zimmerman at the plate now. He's got a 1-1 count. So I was looking at pictures of Jock Jones. Grounds this one short. Tom is going to grab that one and get it over to end the second, top half of the second anyway. Yeah, I'm looking at all these pictures of Jock Jones, and he's either clean-shaven or has a little bit of a goatee, so I don't know where they pulled that huge bushy mustache from. Anyway, bottom of the second, Tom up to bat now. He's got a 2-0 count. O'Connor gets the call on that fastball to make it 2-1. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Drives that one but right to Dimitri Young. He grabs it and steps on the bag for out number 1. Zach at the plate now. He's been hot lately as well. Spent the first couple weeks, struggling to get to 200. Now he's up to in the 260s. Almost 270. He has an 0-2 count here. Fouls that one away, and we'll do it again. Puts that one foul down the first base line. We'll do it yet again. Right up the middle with that one. O'Connor gets a piece of it. Herman looked like he might be able to cut it off short, but it does roll by him and turns into a hit for Zach. That brings up Joey in a wild pitch. Zach looked like he had a chance maybe even to go to third, but he does stop at second. So now Joey with the runner in scoring position has a 2-0 count. Looks at strike 1. Hits that one into short left. Not able to score Zach. So we have runners on the corners. 1 down. Gil at the plate. So only hitting 111 this year. Gil, though, is probably our best hitting pitcher, at least over the first 3 seasons. Has an 0-2 count here. Oh, and O'Connor gets the call on an outside slider. I thought it looked too far outside, but umpire did not agree. So now we have 2 down. Kestra up at the bat. He puts it through the right side of the infield on the first pitch, and that will score Zach. The Squirrels go up 1-0 in the second. Marvin comes to the plate. His average now up to 176 after that hit last inning. And he has a 1-1 count. Make it 2-1 after that curveball. Grounded too short. Lopez picks it up, gets it over, and that ends the second, but not before the Squirrels can get on the board. We've played 2, Washington nothing, Indianapolis 1. 7-8-9 coming up for the Nationals as Corey Patterson digs in. He's hitting over 300 so far. He was a National that he had a few hits against us last week. He was one to look out for. Has a 2-0 count here. Gil winds and delivers a strike on the outside on a fastball. Patterson grounds that back to Gil. He grabs it, turns, and throws. Closer play than I thought it would be as we get the replay here. I thought this was going to be pretty routine, but actually Patterson nearly beat that out. Johnny Estrada at the plate now. That slider too low. I feel like Gil's thrown a lot of sliders this inning. I think he might be a little upset about how last inning ended. Gil knocks that one down enough for Joey to scoop it up and get it over to first for an out. That probably saved a hit. So O'Connor now the pitcher at the plate with nobody on and 2 outs. And he will put that up the middle, and that one does get through for a hit. First hit for the Nationals today comes from the pitcher, Michael O'Connor. Herman at the plate. He looks at strike one. That slider not over. The sinker is, however, 1-2 the count. And looks at a fastball for strike three, and that will end the top of the third. Still 1-0 Squirrels. 3-4-5 coming up for Indianapolis. Chief struck out last time up. Brings his average all the way down to 395. Fouls that one off, and he's in an 0-2 hole now. Grounds that towards short. Lopez picks it up, throws it over for out number one. Terry at the plate now. He looks at a strike. Hits that one, and that will get into the outfield. That's actually going to roll all the way to the wall. That'll be good for a double for Terry. Slides into second, though he really didn't need to. So one down, runner in scoring position. Frank at the plate. And he has a 1-1 count. Frank puts that right to second. Herman goes to third with it, and not in time. That's going to go down as a fielder's choice. But it's runners on the corners. Still only one out. Tom is at the plate. And first pitch is in there for a strike. O'Connor gets the call on the second strike. That one too far inside. 1-2 the count. Well, that fastball almost got by Estrada, I think. 2-2 the count. Tom fouls that away. We'll try this again. Swings and misses, strike three. That'll bring Zach to the plate with two outs. Still a runner in scoring position. 0-2 count. There, he gets some bat on the ball, and it does get through the infield. That'll be the second run for the Squirrels. Joey at the plate now. Runners at first and second. Two outs. Looks at strike one. That curveball too far inside. And that fastball in the dirt. 2-1. Make it 3-1 after a too high fastball. Gets the call on that changeup. Runners will take off on this full count. Swing and a miss, and that will end the third inning. We're a third of the way through the game. Nationals 0, Squirrels 2. 2-3-4 coming up for Washington in the fourth. Felipe Lopez at the plate. Looks at a strike. Looks at another strike. Hits that one. That's going to get through the left side of the infield for a base hit. Dimitri Young at the plate now. He looks at a sinker in the dirt. Swings and misses at another sinker. And that fastball too low. Throws the big curve up there and gets a swing and a miss. Fouls off that one. We'll do it again. 2-2 the count. Hits that one. Joey picks it up at short. Tosses over to second. Kester too slow on the turn though. He does throw over, but it was far too late. So 1-on-1 out now for ultimate. Curveball up in the zone gets called a strike. Swing and a miss. And another swing and a miss. Two down now. Jock Jones at the plate. He looks at strike one. Swings and misses. Swings and misses again, and that will end the top of the fourth. Leadoff hit goes nowhere. Still 2-0 Squirrels. And Gill will lead things off in the bottom of the fourth. And he takes strike one. Swings and misses. It swings and misses, and that's it for Gill. Probably his last plate appearance. Probably. Kester at the plate now. And he's got a 0-2 count. Swung at a couple wild pitches. Maybe he's feeling a little desperate up there. Swings and misses again. 2 down now. Marvin at the plate. See if he can take another step closer to getting a respectable average up there. Has a 1-1 count. Fouls that one away. Grounds that one to short, and that will end the fourth inning. Washington Nationals nothing, Indianapolis Squirrels 2. We move to the fifth inning. Ryan Zimmerman will lead things off for Washington. Gill puts the first pitch in there for a strike. Swings and misses. 0-2. Grounds that one foul. And gets a fastball in there, and Zimmerman takes it for strike 3. Corey Patterson will take his turn at the plate, and he gets a curveball in there for a strike. Fastball in there for a strike. Grounds a weak grounder to shortstop off a curveball. Joey picks it up and gets it over for an out. I don't know that was as close as his first at-bat, but that also was a pretty close play at first. So Patterson has had 2 balls just not quite placed perfectly, but threatened twice. That brings Johnny Estrada to the plate. And he's going to put a hit into center field. O'Connor at the plate now. Remember, he got the Nationals' first hit. Grounds this one back to Gill. He picks it up and will get out of the inning. We'll move to the bottom of the fifth. 3-4-5 coming up for the Squirrels. Still a 2-0 game. Chief has yet to get a hit today. And looks at strike one. Puts this one in the air. Patterson goes back a bit and makes the play out in center. That'll bring Terry to the plate. He hit I guess you'd call it a hard ground ball all the way to the wall in right center last time up for a double. Has a 1-1 count here. Make that 1-2. Looks at a slider. And looks at strike 3. 2 up, 2 down. Frank at the plate to try to keep the inning going. And he looks at a changeup for strike 1. Swings and misses. Strike 2. Badly swings and misses. 1, 2, 3 for O'Connor in the fifth. We move to the sixth inning. Still 2-0 Indianapolis. And Washington will be at the top of their order as Herman digs in for DC. He looks at strike 1. Swings and misses strike 2. Pulls that one down the line, just foul. just on the wrong side of the third base line. Very close ball. As Gill throws a curveball in the dirt, Herman does not chase it. Grounds this one back to Gill. He picks it up and gets it over easily for the out. Not a bad at-bat for Herman, but does come up empty. Felipe Lopez will take his turn. And he looks at a curve for strike one. Well, that curveball gets away from Gill, almost hits Lopez. Grounds that one to third. Chief charges in, but doesn't have a play. Infield hit for Felipe Lopez. Dimitri Young at the plate now. 1 on, 1 out. And he looks at strike one. He grounds that curveball to second. Still softly hit. Only play is to first. So 2 outs. That one worked like a sacrifice bunt. Ultimate at the plate now. He gets a hit, and that looks like that's going to score a run. A ground ball through the right side, and that's enough to get Lopez home and make this a 2-1 game. Jones at the plate now. He looks, the first pitch is a ball. Second pitch is a ball. Third pitch is a strike. 2-1 is the count. He grounds that towards second. Kester grabs it, tosses over. And that will end the top of the 6th, but not before the Nationals get on the board. It's now Washington 1, Indianapolis 2. And Tom will lead things off in the bottom of the 6th. He looks at strike one. Borderline pitch. Swings and misses at a changeup, 0-2. Swings and misses, strike three. That'll bring Zach to the plate. He has a pair of singles today. He might be hitting over 300 here soon, keeping that up. One and one count at the moment. O'Connor winds and delivers. Zach puts that into right field. It does not quite get out of the reach of Herman. Not a badly placed ball, but Herman able to track it down. So that'll bring Joey up with 2 outs. And he looks at a fastball for strike one. Swings and misses for strike two. And swings and misses for strike three. 2/3 through the game. Washington 1, Indianapolis 2. And we will make a double switch here to get Gonzalez into the game. And just because of where we were, we're going to get to see Phil. I'm sure you're all a little bit sick of seeing him try to hit, but it's just where the defense was this time. All right, Zimmerman at the plate. He swings and misses at the first pitch. Swings and misses at the second pitch. And grounds that one to short. Kester grabs it, gets it over for the first out. Wasn't sure who would end up grabbing that one. It did end up being Kester. Not the Chief has the strongest arm in the world, but he probably has a little bit stronger arm than Kester does. Patterson at the plate now, and he takes a strike. Swings and misses, 0-2. Swings and misses again. 2 down. Johnny Estrada now flipped around to the left side. Fouls the first one away. There's a ton of foul ground at Pampaka Park, but Tom wasn't able to run that one down. 1-1 the count now after that pitch. Grounds that one to second. Phil picks it up and gets the out. Throw a little bit offline, but Terry was able to handle it. It's stretch time in the Heartland. We'll be back with you in a moment. All right. Phil will lead things off in the bottom of the 7th. O'Connor's still out there for the Nationals, though it looks like he's starting to slow down a bit. Well, that pitch wild. 1-1 the count. Phil lines that one towards first. Young makes a good jumping play to retire him. Kester at the plate now with 1 out. That pitch too high for a ball. Looks like O'Connor getting a little wild here and getting tired. 2-0 the count now. Kester looks at a changeup for a strike. Oh, like I said, not a bad strategy to take now with, like I said, O'Connor looking a little wild. 2-2 the count, swing and a miss. And swing and a miss for out number 2. Marvin takes his turn in the 7th. That changeup, I'm not sure if it even hit the dirt. Oh, Marvin put a good charge into that one, but it's going to hook foul. 1-1 the count. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Hits that one right at Herman for out number 3. We'll move to the 8th inning. Still, Washington 1, Indianapolis 2. O'Connor will not hit this time. Lord is going to come into the game. Although we are also going to make a pitching change, so we'll see if they stick with him after this. As Hermida comes in to do his setup assignment. Also bring Miyake into the game to go play center. All right, the Nationals do leave Lord in there to hit. They doesn't always work out that way, and it's one of those things. It's a shame you can't change your pitcher before they make a decision on their batter, but video game terms, I'm not sure there's a better way around that one. Anyway, Lord has a 2-1, making that 3-1 count. Hermina not getting the call on these curveballs. Swings 3-1 and gets a hit into right field. So Lord had the green light and he used it. That brings Herman up to the plate. Nobody out. Oh, wild fastball. That one almost out of Tom's reach. Actually, Hermida all over the place with this curveball today. Finally gets him to swing at one. 2-1 the count. And that one hit into left for a hit. That curveball not doing the job for Hermida so far in this inning. Lopez at the plate now. Runners on first and second. Nobody out. And it looks like Hermida going to the fastball now and has Lopez down 0-2. Sticks with the fastball and gets a swing and a miss for strike 3. Big out there. Dimitri Young now hitting left-handed. Looks at a curve for a ball. Hermida gets the call on a fastball. Swing and miss on a curve, 1-2. Goes back to the curve and gets the call on that one. Might have been low, but umpire calls strike 3. So 2 down now. Ultimate at the plate. He finally broke through with a hit last inning. Don't have the numbers in front of me, but I think that might have been his first hit against us. Oh, that curveball finally gets away from Tom after a lot of threatening. So runners move up to second and third. 2-1 the count. Make it 2-2. 2 outs. Curveball, swing and a miss, and Hermida sloppy but gets out of the inning without a run. So we'll move to the bottom of the 8th. Still 2-1 Indianapolis, and heart of the order coming up. The Nationals will turn to Colomé. Looks like Colomé went into Jones' spot in the order. Kept Lord in there to play left. Although sometimes the computer cheats and somebody gets to bat twice that way. Frank Thomas did that a few times against us, where he made the last out of the inning and then led off the next inning. Chief is at the plate now to lead off the bottom of the 8th. And he hits it into left center. That will get, I think, all the way to the wall for a double. Now, the Nationals did have a game like this against us when we played at their place, and during our last at-bat, the wheels just absolutely came off for Washington, so that has to be on their minds at the moment. Terry smacks that into the outfield. Patterson not able to run that down. That's going to score Chief, and Terry will stop at second. RBI double for Terry. Thought Patterson might get to that one, but it did land over his head. So nobody out yet. One run already across. Terry at the plate. Oh, high fastball, but gets called a strike. Doesn't get the call on the low fastball. 1-1 the count. That one, I think the same place the last one was. That one over for a strike. 2-2 the count. Weak grounder, but it does get foul, so we'll do it again. That one inside. Full count. And make that a walk. Runners on first and second. Nobody out. Tom at the plate. And he looks at strike one. That one too low. Hits that one back up the middle, but Herman able to snag it before it can get out of the infield. 2 down now. Oh, sorry, 1 out. Only 1 out. Zach at the plate. Looks at strike one. Colomé did not put that where Estrada wanted it, but it was called a strike. Oh, grounded right to third. Gets the out at second. Around the horn to first. Double play, and that gets the Nationals out of what could have been a very bad inning. Only 1 run scored. We move to the 9th inning. It's Washington 1, Indianapolis 3. Pitcher spot up in the order, and Willie Mo Harris, will come to the plate. And we are going to turn to Shibuya to close this game out. And we'll go ahead and make the double switch. Let Quentin feel like he's doing something here. So if I remember right, Shibuya has 15 saves at the moment, so this would hopefully make 16. And we're, what, 30 games in? I think this is game number 30, if I remember right. Willie Mo Harris does stay in to bat and takes the first pitch for a ball. Second pitch taken for a strike. That one grounded towards first. Terry picks it up and steps on the bag for out number 1. Ryan Zimmerman at the plate. And that breaking ball too far inside. Changeup never got up to his knees, I don't think. 2-0 the count. Finally gets a fastball in there for a strike. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Nationals down to their last out, and right now that's Corey Patterson. He looks at ball 1. Looks at ball 2. Neither pitch anywhere close. I thought that was going to be a strike. Apparently too far inside. 3-0. Patterson taking all the way. Strike 1. Swings and misses. Full count now. Swings and misses, and that will end the inning. No drama save for Shibuya. Though I do think that is the closest game Washington has played us this year, but still not enough. Washington Nationals 1, Indianapolis Squirrels 3. We'll look at some highlights. All right, and Kester gets player the game nod. Knocked in the first run of the game. Apparently that's all it takes today. So thank you everybody for watching. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff if you want. And we have Washington again tomorrow. We will see you then.